Hello there. So this is going to be the second video with the first battles or first day of the Fossil Cup. So we have the other three sets I did today with this team. I just switched the lead to Ferrothorn, put Polyrath in the back as after if you saw the previous video, I had three leads in a row where it was Polyrath versus Pelipper. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to try to adapt to what I'm seeing here. So let's hope we can go positive for the day. Right now we are 5-5. Let's see if we can at least go 8-7 in these three sets here. So let's get right to it. Hopping into the first battle of this third set, we have Ludicolo. So actually a pretty good lead just because they're running Razor Leaf. I will swap into Lucario right away. I should have been swapping into Polyrath, but I reacted. So try to think when you react. I do sneak in, which is fantastic. So I will shield. It's an acid spray, so I've been noticing these acid sprays, action. I think it's actually a pretty smart play because if you know they're going to shield likely, then it's worth it. That way you can farm down with the next one. So as you can see, had I done Polyrath, it wouldn't have been lined up with Ludicolo, and I top left because, yeah, that was a quick match right there. On to the next match. Let's pray I can actually think and do better when I react to a safe swap. Versus Jellicent. Oh, this is a fantastic lead, especially if it's Bubble, but attacks, which is still fine, though. Like, we can take a Shadow Ball, no problem. It's a CMP tie. Jellicent just seems to win CMP. I will go for a Power Whip then. This will cause a good chunk of damage. We'll take it out, so they shouldn't have to shield. I will be farming down. They should only get to a Bubble Beam now. Yep, they would do 3 hexes, so that is definitely a Bubble Beam. I will totally take it, and, let's just see what they bring in next. Okay, they bring in Stunfisk, Galarian, and then I come in with Polyrath. They safe swap into the Registeel. Woo, Registeel. They let the Zap Cannon go. So I let it go, as I can just come in with Lucario and just basically farm up and just go for straight pups. They know it, and that's why they top left. So good game to my opponent. Very well played. On to the next match. We have Pelipper. So this is why I have Ferrothorn in the lead, because I was noticing Pelipper's all the time. Or, 3 of the 10 battles from earlier. So third of the time, yeah. They catch on their Ferrothorn, which is beautiful. I will be farming up to another Thunder to ensure I have energy, at least a loaded move on both sides. And then this happens! Ah! Like, God knows how long, and this is benefiting the opponent, because their switch clock is still going, or, getting back to 0. And I can't switch out. So, God knows, okay, this has been a solid half a minute. I think it was, 25 to 30 seconds of lag right there. No joke. These are just really sped up. So I go into Lucario, and I literally was fuming. Not necessarily Battle Bill fuming, but I was fuming, They go for a Weather Ball. I'm just gonna let it go because I just want to line up. I'm going for a Power Whip. I pray to God they shield. Please shield. Please shield. They shield. Yay. Excuse me. I will shield up. It's a Weather Ball. It'll get me low. Won't take me out, but it'll get me low. I'm gonna go for another Power Whip. Maybe should have gone for a Thunder. Who knows? Let's see. They shield, which is great. Do I shield again? I have to, because it needs 2 ice. I need 2 ice punches at this point. Gonna go for a Thunder. This will take it out, and then I will go for a swap into Polyrath. And then this go. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I think this game's over because Power Up will take it out, and it's a Wish Cash. So that is a good game. I top left. Good game to my opponent. Very well played. I'm pretty sure I would have won that game had the lag not happened, or only been a couple of seconds. Pardon the negativity, frustration there, but it's just frustrating when that happens. Because it was mutual lag in a sense, but not so much for the switch clock. Alrighty, on to the next match. Alrighty, just skipping ahead a bit to save some time. Ferrothorn versus Zumro, so pretty positive lead overall. Let's see, do they swap? Nope, they're staying in. So, I'm going to go for a CMP tie on the Ice Beam. I guess I don't. This is clearly an Ice Beam, as Play Rough and Hydro Pump are resisted. Even though the recommended moveset is Play Rough, Hydro Pump, I believe. I do swap into Polyrath, as Lucario will be better versus the Azu. So yep, I got the Shadow Ball. I will shield up this Zap Cannon. Okay, going for Dynamic Punches for days. I believe I won't shield eventually this next one just because I know... because I won't win in the 2-2 shields because Registeel has an energy lead. So I do shield again. Okay, what am I thinking? What am I thinking here? Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to go for an Ice Punch here. This will get it extremely low if he doesn't take it out. And then, for some reason, I was trying to snipe with the Lucario. That didn't work out. And then Jellicent bubbles me down. So at least Ferrothorn has play against the remaining two Mons, Azu and Jellicent. I just have to do well with this. I don't want to get hit by a Shadow Ball or even a Bubble Beam, so I'm going to go for the next Power Whip pretty quickly. It'll be 2 Power Whips to take this out. I want to say I'm going to barely survive the Ice Beam they will throw and get to another Power Whip, but let's find out. Do I survive? And I do. I choose to switch into Poliwrath as I should get to an Ice Punch, and that is a good game to my opponent. Very well played. I mean, lag in the earlier battle does not help, but I've definitely not been playing my best here. Plus, granted, sometimes you just got to test things for science with the newer team. So, on to the final set in this final match in this third set here. Excuse me. Ahead a bit. Alrighty, Lucario. So, terrible matchup. We're going to swap into Poliwrath right away. And they come with Ferrothorn. So, this is not too bad for Poliwrath. I do go throw out the first shield here just because I want to get that extra mud shot if I can. And and I'm already almost at 2 dynamic punches, which will take out a Ferrothorn basically. And so they know it. I will go for a second one before they force me on my second shield. Let's see if they shield or not. They don't. Boom. Let's go. They come in with Lucario. I will go for Dynamic Punch. They could have, I think they were at a pup, but they want to go for the farm down, which totally makes sense. The question is, who do I bring in? I do have a shield, thankfully. I want to burn some Lucario's energy. I think that's why. Question. Oh, it's a Shadow Ball, so this is even better. They bring in Melmetal, so thankfully I have a shield. Obviously I'm going to shield. This is superpower. There's no reason for them to bait. I knew I wasn't going to make it, so I go for a pop, which will be helpful, and then I should be able to farm down, even if it's a simultaneous KO, because I'm almost at a pup myself. So I am able to get to the pup before I'm knocked out, and that is a good game to my opponent. Very well played. So we do go positive in that set, 3-2 here. Alrighty, here. It's just a Skarmory. Right, here's the fourth set. Lucario, terrible matchups. We're going to swap into Poliwrath right away like just the last match you just saw. Come with Registeel. They should have swapped way sooner. I have a huge energy lead, so I'm definitely going to be going for Switch here. They should be shielding at the first one. It'll do the most damage. They get to the Zapcan right for my second Dynamic Punch, which is unfortunate. But at least the Mud Shots kind of helped a bit. So I will go, I am at the back-to-back Dynamic Punch. So definitely going to get this Registeel low. I will go for Ice Punches instead if I have to. I will shut this up. I do want Switch. I'm pretty loaded on energy. I will go for No Bubble to get more farm. And I'm able to successfully get it. So I am near the back-to-back Dynamic Punch, which is fantastic. Then they come with this Cavalier, which is smart. They did not want to have to use the final shield if they didn't have to. But they will anyway. So I will go for another Dynamic Punch. Yes, this is double debuff, but I just need to cause as much damage as possible. Okay, they come in with Lucario. I am going to go for a Thunder here. Since they're going for straight pup, I should be able to make it to a Thunder. And I don't think I would have made it to 2 Power Whips anyway, which actually would do more damage than a single Thunder. Question is, who do I bring in next? Do I bring in the Poliwrath? Nope. Yeah, it should just be a pup, so I survive it, but, I mean, look at that. Almost half HP. Granted, it was boosted ×1. And then I'm worried if it's out of move. It's not, or if it was, they overtap. So good game to my opponent. Very well played. On to the next one. Ooh, terrible matchup. I'm assuming Fire Fang. And it is. I didn't think of it at the time. And they come in with Croconaw, so they are running the spice. Props to them for running Croconaw there. Oh my gosh. Croconaw actually more useful than for Alligator. Hello? So I will go for Ice Punch. They are low enough, and I'm just going to farm down. And they don't launch a move, so I'm not sure what its moves are. Not that Water Gun is like the best energy generating move. I'm going for Dynamic Punch here. And, you know, let's just hope lag doesn't happen here, you know? Let's just hope. Oh, what do you know? Second match where lag happens. I just pray it doesn't affect me to where I lose this match because of it. Sit back, have a snack. Pretty sure we're already over 20 seconds worth of lag here. Those sped up, so... Yep, and because we're going for charge move, I turned on my Wi-Fi off because I'm not shielding. I will bring in my Ferrothorn, and I come in with Lucario. I will shield this up. Yes, it's just a pup, but I need to make sure I either get this Moel extremely low or take it out, preferably. That way, Ferrothorn will easily handle this Lantern. And we simultaneously knock each other out. So this should be a good game to my opponent. They know it. Very well played. So thankfully, while lag was awful, it did not affect the outcome of the game. As if you saw it, I would win this one anyway with no lag. Alrighty, so okay lead. Dynamic Punch will take us out in one go. We will get there at the same time, so I'm going to go for the extra Bullet Seed, but they go for one more mud shot, which is very smart of them. So not only have a 1-turn advantage versus a 3, I will come in with Poliwrath. That is the better counter, as while I need to show the Earthquake either way, the mud shots won't do as much damage. Right, I'm going to shield this up, I believe. I do not. Do they go for an Earthquake? They do, but I do survive it. So, Shadow Poliwrath can take an Earthquake from a Galarian Stunfisk. They do go for the Rock Slide, not surprising. I believe I come in here with Lucario? I do, okay. And I am going to shield up the Earthquake, as I'm going to be just farming down here. So good shield there. They go into the Poliwrath. I will go for a Shadow Ball, hoping this is not a CMP tie. If it's delayed, even better, because I will swap my Ferrothorn and go for... Should have gone for the Power Whip, but I just... Again, not really thinking. I went for the Thunder. So it takes it out. But see, this is why I should have gone for Power Whip. I could have maybe gotten to a Power Whip and a Thunder, or at least 2 Power Whips, actually. Definitely would have gotten up to 2 Power Whips, I think. So yeah, just going to go for the Thunder. I'm only going to get to 1 move. So won't take it out, but causes a great amount of damage. Now the question is, can I survive a pup if I need to? I'm able to farm down, and that... Oh, thank God I got to the pup. That is a good game to my opponent. Very well played. Definitely made that closer than it should have been by going for Thunder over Power Whip on that Poliwrath there. On to the next one. Ferrothorn Mirror. So what do I do here? I swap into Poliwrath, hoping they can stay, but they don't. They're smart. They got Jellstone, so it's the perfect counter. Yep, that's perfect. They definitely knew Poliwrath would be here, and they brought the Jellstone for that reason. So just going to go for Ice Punches all day. Single resisted versus double resisted. They might even do the same amount of damage, but I just need to go for as many charge moves as I can. All right, they're going to finally go for a Shadow Ball. They were smart to build up to near 100 energy, so I will definitely I think, go for the farm down here. I will let this go. Shadow Ball won't take me out. And I'm thinking this is a Bubble Beam, so guess who doesn't shield? And guess what it is? It's a Bubble Beam, it's fine. So I'm able to farm down with Lucario, and then it is a Swampert in the back, so I need to just go for pups all day. Ramp up my attack. They're smart. They don't go for the... They don't shield the first one. I will shield this up, and I do sneak in a counter, which is huge. So I will go for another pup. They will likely shield, because I bet you they can get to another Hydro Cannon. They do, and then I'm able to sneak in another one, which is great. One less mud shot to worry about. Phew! So, yep, and they come with Ferrothorn. They go for a Power Whip, I want to say. They do. It takes me on, unfortunately, and that's a top left because they still have a shield. So, good game to my opponent. Very well played. On to the final match in this 4th set here. Lucario, terrible lead. Man, lots of Lucario leads. It's like, I swap, it works out for... I switch to leads, it works for like 2 matches, then it doesn't. It's great, another Jellstone lead. So, looks like Jelly is going to be a pretty common Say Swap here. So, definitely some rock, paper, scissors vibes with this meta, unfortunately. Which, granted, I mean, obviously there is going to be some RPS elements regardless, but sometimes it's just more apparent in cups than others. Okay, I'll let this go. I want to farm up as much energy as I can with the Ferrothorn. For the Lucario. And I let it go. And yeah, this game's over. This game's over. Like, I won't have enough health to take out the other mons on the opposing team. So that is going to be a good game to my opponent. Very well played. So that should be another 3-2 set, I believe. You have another 3-2. And that's a Kara Blast. And fun fact, I did not record the IVs afterwards. That is a Hundo Kara Blast. So you know what? Love to catch a Hundo, regardless of which mon it is every now and then. But let's get into the final set. Alrighty, here's the final set here. Right, Stun Fist. So actually pretty neutral lead. Power-ups will do neutral damage. Nothing is super effective on either side. I shield this up, think it's an Earthquake, which it is, so good shield. And then I have the double power-up. I do decide to swap into Polyrath to try to bait out something that maybe counters Lucario and Ferrothorn can do well against. And it's a Pelipper, which is great. So, gonna go for these Ice Punches. They will likely not shield, but thankfully power-ups will force shields if they want to keep the Pelipper alive. I will let this go. Hopefully I can get to another Ice Punch. Can I? And I do, so that's great. So do they let it go, or do they shield? They shield. This is great. So I have near double power-up, I believe. And then, yep, I'm at it. So I will be taking out the Pelipper regardless. If they know it, they won't shield, but they do. I should let this go. I want to say it's a Weather Ball. It's a Hurricane, so good shield. Okay. And do I farm down? They should only get to a Weather Ball, which they don't, so that's even better. And this is a Stun Fist, so I'm going to throw the Power Whip. Don't really remember how much energy the Stun Fist has. Then I come in, and they have an Azu, so this is going to be an uphill battle. Oh yeah, the ending of this match. Hint, hint, how that goes. Go for a Shadow Ball. Definitely need to have a Pup first, and then a Shadow Ball. But of course, I wouldn't have made it anyway, so Shadow Ball is the right call here. They go for the Play Rough, and then I need to farm up to 2 Power Whips, and I do, so I'm at it. The question is, does Ferrothorn win CMP on a Stun Fist? Again, this is what happens when you're not familiar with matchups. I don't win at this point. So, now I know for next time if I'm facing Stun Fist that I don't win CMP, and I should have gone for another Power Whip. I believe I could have gone and taken out that Stun Fist. So yeah, that was my mistake on swapping. All right, Paul. Ooh, Ferrothorn versus Swampert. Ideal lead. And they're staying in, so they must be weak in Ferrothorn in the back, or not? Oh, Skarmory. Let's go for Thunder here. The Thunder is amazing against the Skarmory. First time I've been seeing Skarmory in this cup. All right, I am going to shield up this potential Brave Bird, but it's likely a Sky Attack. And it is. So, you know, decent shield still overall. I will go, they sneak in an Air Slash, which granted, since they're both 3-turn moves, then it is, the game I believe is working as intended if I understand the mechanics correctly here. So let me know if I'm wrong. I believe you should be sneaking in, quote unquote. Okay, go for another Thunder. I'm hoping this can take it out. I believe it's a Shadow Scarm, right? It doesn't. And I got Lucario. I swap into Polyrath. I will go for a Dynamic Punch, but I was too slow on the swap, and they are at a Shadow Ball. So that is pretty much going to cost me the game right there. Oh, this is ugly. I mean, I come with Lucario, but this is futile. Like, I'm going to be too low, even though I'm able to farm down before a Pup happens. And it's a Swampert, or Wishcash, or Quagsire. Who knows? It's a Mud Boy, bottom line. And they had energy. So this is going to be a good game to my opponent. Very well played. I swapped horribly late into that map with the Polyrath. So that's what cost me the game right there. Had I swapped in one move sooner, I should have been able to knock out the Lucario. And at worst, only taking a Pup. Right. Terrible lead. Gonna swap into my Polyrath. They come with Lucario. So, Lucario can win this going straight Pup, so I won't shield this. Hopefully I can bait with an Ice Punch, but I should be able to get to 2 Dynamic Punches if I make it. Why I went for the bait, I do not know. I'm at the 2 Dynamic Punches. I won't make it to a third, so just gonna go for the second Dynamic Punch. Do they shield? Do they not? Apparently my Ice Punch psyched them out, so it worked in my favor, and they top left. That is good game to my opponent. Very well played. I was like, okay. Pardon, trying to just get to these battles faster. This one took a bit. Okay. Right, third time's a charm with going in and out. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Sorry for that long wait there. Another Swampert lead. Let's see if I can mess this up again. Okay, into Walrein, and it's a Shadow, so great. This is a good swap for Polyrath. I'm not sure if a Shadow can survive a Shadow Earthquake. Shadow Polyroth meaning I take out the Walrein and they top left, so good game to my opponent. Very well played. Can we at least go positive 3 sets in a row here after the 5-5 start? Thankfully, we are at 13 wins for the day, so we do go positive for the day. Thank goodness. 14 wins is just better than 13. Right, gonna swap into Polyroth. They go into Pelipper. So, Ice Punch here away. Here we go. I don't shield. They can take me out with a Hurricane if they want to. So they go for Weather Ball, which is a smart play. They can farm up more energy with wing attacks down the line. I'm going to go for the Ice Punch. I won't make it to a third Ice Punch, which is typically the case. Unless you have like a 2 or 3 mud shot lead, you will not get to a third Ice Punch. Come in with Ferrothorn. I will let this go. Is it a Hurricane? It is. That does a solid amount of damage for, I guess, a Ferrothorn. Do I shield this? It's a Weather Ball, so maybe I come in and farm down with Lucario? Yep, I do. And who do they come in with next? And it's a Gyarados. And it's a Waterfall! Oh my gosh, so this opponent is running some spice. Props to them, and I have to, this game's over. I just decided to play it out. Fight the good fight, as they say, but it's over. I decided to go for Hail Mary Shadow Ball, because if they choose not to shield against a pop, then they'll win, but they're smart. They knew they could win by shielding. So, good game to my opponent. Very well played. So, as you can see here, went up a little bit in the ELO today, but not much because I went 13-12. So, only got, 52% win rate for the day. Definitely not the best day for me. Was not playing my best. Obviously, lag didn't help on a couple matches, but yeah, so definitely going to have to rethink this team comp a bit. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Working on having better content here, better backgrounds for you guys. And I will see you next time.